Today is Thanksgiving. My wife is inside cooking. I'm in the garden shade. My wife bought some collard greens from the store and also celery. So I told my wife, I said, please don't throw away the stems when you are done. So when she finished removing the collard green leaves and then she finished cutting the celery, she said, okay, honey, here are the things you asked me to keep for you. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant them in here, let them root in here before I will plant them in the garden. So that is my plan today, to plant this store-bought collard green. So okay, I have 6 of them, so three on each side. Now the container is not that deep, so I'm just going to use it to root them. And then transplant it in the garden. So I'm going to make use of our money. You know, being a gardener, you always look for ways to make use of stuff that people will just throw away. You see, if I don't have a garden, I won't bother myself about my wife keeping the stems. But because I have a garden, and I'm always looking for ways to make use of things that people will throw away because they are not gardeners. Now here is the celery. Okay. And then the last one. Yeah, so I'm going to leave them in my garden shade. Even though the weather is cold, but there is still sunlight that comes into my garden shade. All right. So now I'm going to water it. I have holes at the bottom of this container. So you see there's the water coming out of the bottom of the container. You see water coming out. So I'm going to leave it in the garden shade here for them to grow, and then transplant them into the garden. Now these are the collard greens and the celery that I started from cuttings. So I'm going to plant them in this tire, and I'm not going to cover them like my lettuce, because this is winter. I'm going to see if anything will eat it. But look at this one here. Let me show you something. Look at the roots. You see? I dug it out from here. So I'm going to plant 2, 2, 2 in these tires. So I'm going to plant it and you guys will see it. Okay, I have planted them 2 in each tire. So I'm going to water them. I will let the waters go down before I will give them more water. So I'm going to leave them open. Hopefully nothing will eat the lettuce and the celery. This is winter. All the enemies of veggies should be somewhere in a hole, not coming out. So this is it. I'll come back again after some weeks and look at the progress. But because it is cold, these plants won't grow bigger, faster, like when it is summer. In winter, they take their time. But they will grow. But they grow very, very slow. Today is March 6th. I came to the garden to see what is going on in my garden. It rained all through yesterday into this morning. And you can see everywhere is wet. And then as I came, this is my collard green that I planted in fall, and I didn't take much care of these collard greens. They receive water when it rains throughout the winter time. There was celery here, but because I didn't take care of them, I just left them on their own, and this is the growth all through winter. This is the growth all through winter, and didn't produce much leaves, bigger leaves. These are all the leaves that they all produce. But today I'm going to harvest them. But when I came, I saw that they've started bolting already. See, bolting is a process where your collard green start producing seed. It's called bolting. All of them started, and then I cut them off before I realized that I should have done a video of it. So this one was here, I broke it off. Now that is the seed, but I don't need seed. And that's why I cut off the flowers. This one, the same thing, look at it here. I cut it off from here. So the same thing. I broke this off there, and I broke this one off from here. Now, after breaking off the bolting flower, if I'm going to leave it like this, there will be new growths of leaves, but those new growths will all be bolting, because the collard green has reached the stage of producing seeds, because it has sent message that it is done. I didn't harvest any of the leaves all through the winter. So because of that, the collard green has concluded that it has reached the stage to produce flowers, since there was no continuation of growth, because I left all the leaves all through the winter. But today I'm going to harvest them, and the reason why I want to harvest them quick, I have groundhog problem, and the moment the groundhog comes out of hibernation and comes into my garden, the groundhog will eat all of this. And I didn't grow these for the groundhog. So I want to harvest them before the groundhog comes out. And this will be the first delicious meal for the groundhog. So I'm going to break off this part of the collard green that is bolting. You see, those are seeds, but I don't need the seeds. I can easily I may grow collard green during this spring. I might not. If I'm going to, I'll have to buy more nets like this one here. You see, I have a net that covered, but because I didn't care for what I grew in here all through the winter, I just left it alone. But I have to buy more nets to cover that raised bed, because I'm going to fill up that raised bed. So once I fill it up, for me to grow anything there that the groundhog will eat, I will have to buy nets to cover that bed there, buy nets to cover this raised bed of tires. So that's what I will have to do. And this year I may not grow sweet potato. If you have seen my last sweet potato harvest, you will see I didn't get much, because of the groundhog that keep messing with the leaves of my sweet potato. So I'm not going to grow anything that the groundhog will eat, except if I can protect it. So it's time for harvest. Okay, so I'm going to harvest all of the leaves. Now I might leave the stem, and let's see what will happen. I might do that. Let's see. Okay, I will leave these top ones, but the rest I will pick the leaves. Now the reason why I put these forks is to prevent it from the squirrels, because during the fall, winter, they mess up my garden a lot. They love digging, looking for acorn. Even this one here, they still try to mess with it. Dug hole in there, but I had to cover it back. So this is how I'm going to leave the stem. And let's see what will happen. So let me continue with the harvest. Okay, I'm done with harvesting. And look at how they look now. So I'm leaving this stem to see what will happen. But this is the harvest. And this is from collard greens that my wife bought for Thanksgiving. And it was the stem of the collard green that I planted. And look at it. And it survived 12 degrees weather. That's amazing. Collard green survived 12 degrees cold. We had it 12 degrees cold for 3 days twice, and it survived on its own with no effort from me. When it rains, they receive water. If it doesn't rain, they don't receive water. I didn't even fertilize them. I think it was only at the beginning when I planted them that I fertilized them, and that was it. But look at it, and look at the harvest. So thank you for watching this video. Please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. So every time I upload new video, you will be notified. And thank you. And I will see you again in my next video. God bless you real good.